Hey, what is up guys, it's Galaxytech Darklord here, back again with a Kozmo deck profile. This is going to be a Viking variant, so a bit more combo oriented, bit different. Unlike the previous Kozmo deck profile I was doing, I've bumped up to 2 planets. Definitely something you want to see multiples of if you want to get one out. 1 copy of Dark Eclipser. I would run a 3rd planet, but I prefer running something that can also negate traps in something like the PK Fire matchup. And a 3k untargetable is never a bad thing, in my opinion. Then 3 copies of Dark Destroyer, because, you know, this is one of the biggest boss monsters in the deck, the one that you want, because it gets things out of the way and it can't be targeted. Then 1 copy of Forerunner, because, you know, recovering life points and stuff. 1 copy of Landwalker, because this card really helps to just evade the destruction of things. So if you had like a Dark Destroyer and this and a Kozmo Town, you could redirect destruction from the Dark Destroyer to a Kozmo Town, for example. Then running 3 copies of Slip Rider, because, you know, spell and trap destruction is always good. Then lastly for the ships, 1 copy of Delta Shuttle. I have mixed opinions on this card because it's just not as good, but it's level 5. And it's a machine, so you can go into Nova and Infinity with it as well. Then 1 Dark Lady, because it's really a problem card, but it clogs in my opinion. I don't like running multiples of it because it doesn't float, and that annoys me. 1 copy of Wicked Witch and 1 copy of Good Witch. So running multiples of Wicked Witch isn't a good idea because it just clogs a lot. But it's really helpful to protect against OTKs and stuff. Good Witch, on the other hand, really does help to get around problem cards. So things like Monarchs, if you flip their Monarch face down and they no longer have a tribute summoned monster on the field, Domain doesn't work. Then 2 copies of Sword Troopers, because we put enough Cosmos in the graveyard that you can summon back something like Wicked Witch with it, or Dark Lady. Then 1 copy of Farm Girl. I still run this because it does still steal games. Then 2 copies of Strawman, because you get your ships back from the banish pile, attack with them, you can tag this out. Then the ship gets destroyed at the end phase and it floats. So yeah. Then last Kozmo, 3 copies of Tin Can. Then last monster, 1 copy of Mini Garunix, because this is basically your only target for Fire King Island. Then for spells, 3 copies of Kozmo Town and 1 copy of Island. So the Kozmo Town should be very self-explanatory. It's a Kozmo deck. This searches out a copy of itself, shuffles back Kozmo monsters and redraws, and also returns a Kozmo monster from your banished zone to your hand at the cost of some life points. Then the Island is, we only run it at 1 because 1 is all you really need and you only want to see it on the very first turn. Other than that, you really don't want to see it. And leaving it on the field is not great either, but it really helps get the combos running. Then 2 copies of Terraforming to accompany that. I would run a 3rd, but it's not, I don't actually think a 3rd is even necessary in this deck. 2 copies of E-Tele, because, you know, maximum we can run. 1 copy of Allure, because we have a lot of dark monsters, but I just don't like having multiples of this in the deck. And 1 Regeki just for mass destruction. Then for traps, 2 Cosmojos. Then 3 copies of Cool Haunted, because we amassed enough monsters in our graveyard that we can just summon them back and do wild plays and stuff. Then 1 Warning. I don't run 3 Strikes because it's just cloggy. Then for extras, 1 Hope Harbinger and 1 Divine Dragon Knight. Best rank 8s to run in my opinion. Gaia Charger, and that's for your rank 5s and 6s when they run out of materials. Then 1 Nova and Infinity. This should be obvious. A lot of machines and stuff. 1 Pleiades. You can make this with 2 of your Slip Riders. 1 Volcasaurus, because this card really helps to just OTK the opponent, especially when you then overlay into Gaia Charger. Then 1 Tiras, because it can be a problem card to get around. It can't be destroyed by card effects when it's got materials, and every time it's declared an attack it can destroy something. Then 2 copies of Levier. I don't have a second Levier at the moment, I'll get one later. Then 1 copy of Engineer and 1 Dante. I run the Dante because it helps to just get through cards and then boost its attack, put stuff in the graveyard for your Eclipser or your planets, which really helps. Run 1 rank 2 in the form of Herald of Pure Light. I don't actually have one, as you can see, but it really helps when you've got something in the graveyard that you put there with either a Dante or more commonly a Tin Can. So like a planet or something, you can return the planet to your hand by detaching material, and then summon the planet by banishing another one in your hand or something. And then 2 fusions just in case someone's stupid enough to destroy the Nova by a card effect. I run a Barbaroid because it's really strong and a lot better than running Cyber End. And then 1 copy of Chimera Tech, just in case someone's running a Cyber Dragon on you, or in case you decide to side in Cyber Dragon. So yeah guys, that is the whole deck profile. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. If you want to suggest improvements for the next build, don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe for more content. Peace out.